guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Browns.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 13. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete to number
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Barkley, toss play left. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Eddie Goldman on the stop. No gain on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Made at the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They run the option on second down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. 58.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Check. 57. Let's get it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 30-yard attempt.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here's Barkley, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A lot. Of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
8-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 46.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Kick is good. Makes the score Browns 14, Texans 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
56, Mike, 56, Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Evans. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively.
So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he stopped immediately there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
This is out quickly to the right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
First down, Cleveland.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd and 6.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
goes left side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Well, I think we all know that turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the third quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six, and I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for two. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the one.
Texans 19, Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Down and 1.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll look to throw again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the carry. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carl Lawson. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And Kittle catching the slant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Oh, it don't
He's
matter.
at the
It don't
50,
matter.
the 40, 30, 10.
No, sir. No,
And
sir.
they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Texans.
Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. There he goes right side. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that in too many play sheets, do you?
No. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense.